Hey creators, this is Larimar and today's pick a card reading. Actually, this is pick a patch reading. What you're seeing right now is three different patches. For those of you who are new to pick a card reading, I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown of how it works. So feel free to pause this video if you like and choose the image that you're most drawn to. And if you're drawn to more than one images, feel free to take a look at different sections of these readings, and the timestamps are going to be below in description. The first image is crane, second is fox, third one is flower. Alright, so if you pick crane, this is the message for you. So first of all, what is popping up to me is fork in the road. There's fork in the road and chaos and conflict. So I feel that some of you may be mentally overloaded at this moment because of a lot of information is around you, and this mouse also indicates some sort of chaotic environment and a sense of being disorganized. So there's a sense of need to organize your environment and especially your mental space. You may be given a lot of options because there are so much information, and not all of them are absolutely true, by the way. So you may be a little bit distracted, but this is actually part of your journey. Imagine yourself being in the maze, and it is pretty much expected that you are facing some kind of dead end road and turning around and finding the right direction. All these things are part of the process to get to the destination. So, what potentials are you overlooking at this moment? And you've got another animal spirit, which is turtle, and turtle represents slow, steady progress. And another card that you've got as an advice is go the distance. So, whatever circumstances you're surrounded with at this moment, and however chaotic it may seem to be, you are being encouraged to focus on your destination here. Destination, destination. And remember that you have this strength, inner strength to get through all these obstacles. And another message that I'm getting is instead of focusing on microscopic aspect like single-sided viewpoints or a fact, a small fact or details, try to see a big picture. Try to see a big vision and the direction you are wanting to be headed towards. Try to see the forest instead of the trees. Ask yourself big questions. Which direction you want to go? What is it that you really want? And basically, don't sweat on small things, because there is something big behind all these seemingly chaotic environments. You're going to be rewarded for putting efforts consistently and persistently like a turtle. So, what you are overlooking at this moment, maybe you're thinking that you don't have enough time. But the truth is, you are part of a long marathon and you're not expected to get to the destination right away. This is a wandering path, and you're expected to go through some trials and errors, and that is part of your journey. So don't be stressed out and enjoy your journey. Okay, and you've got more cards. Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspect of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. Surrender to the magic of who you are. And for energy that is coming up is Four of Pentacles. This symbolizes stability. And then, and you've got infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Especially this card summarizes your reading. A lot of you haven't activated your true potentials yet. You are not even aware of who you truly are and what your true strengths and gifts are. So basically, have faith in yourself. You have this strength and wisdom within you that you may not recognize at this moment. But the more you trust yourself, you're going to discover it. And this may not be an overnight success, but over time, like a turtle, if you put consistent efforts and keep going, steady progress, turtle lives a long life. I heard that average lifespan of turtles is like 80 years or so. So what you're overlooking at this moment, I don't know how old you are, but the age doesn't really matter. On your journey, you have a lot of great stuffs waiting for you. And life is not really about getting, and it is about the process. So enjoy your path, and over time, you're gonna find yourself being grounded on many levels, especially on financial levels. Four of Coins represents your financial security as well as your spiritual security. So the more you surrender to the magic of who you are, which means just being who you are, reveal who you are, be comfortable being in your own skin instead of worrying about what others would think of you. The more you practice being yourself, you're going to be finding you're going to find yourself in infinite abundance. Not just the money, but the important connections. Synchronistically, you're going to be find yourself being in the right place in the right moment, meeting the right people. This is a form of wealth as well, because timing matters, and you can create a good timing by being who you are, staying in a positive emotional state. So this is your reading. What you may be overlooking at this moment is that you don't have enough time, but truth is you have a lot of time. This doesn't mean that you need to wait for things to happen and you just stay put and everything's going to fall into your lap. But the more you practice being who you are and allow yourself to be who you are, simply, you will find more clarity and be able to see the forest and big picture, and stability is coming to you. So I hope this is helpful, and if you enjoyed my reading, please feel free to comment below, like or subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. So if you've picked the second patch, Fox, this is the message for you. Right, so you've got Spider, and Bear, and Orphaned. So Spider is highly creative. For some of you, maybe highly creative, but not necessarily haven't expressed yourself yet. And in order to execute your plans and creative dreams, it's going to take a fair amount of your personal willpower, because Bear represents your strength, inner strength, personal willpower, and this is a sheer force, a sheer masculine force, whereas Spider is feminine. As it creates its own path, it keeps creating its own path. Spider expands its own comfort zone, which is very interesting. What you may be overlooking at this moment is your originality, original ideas may seem to be against mainstream society, and maybe simply it might not be popular in the beginning. And for this reason, you may depreciate your own ideas and you're not giving yourself enough credits. So that is what I'm picking up from this group. And Fox is highly dependent on partnership. So you may want to belong to a certain group of people, or you want to get social validation, external validation, which is all good. But just acknowledge that just for the sake of social validation, you don't have to abandon yourself. So if there is any like creative urge where it doesn't have to be creative, if you have a strong urge to do something, but you feel somehow socially pressured to take actions, note that this behavior is actually abandoning yourself, rejecting yourself. And if you don't give it a try, you never know how much praise or compliments you can get or how your ideas can be received. So this can be part of your own coping mechanism before others reject you. You just give up, not allowing yourself to have these opportunities to be rejected or abandoned by other people because it feels better for you. However, note that the truth is opposite. The more you express your authentic self in your own way, you will eventually attract people who can resonate with you. And from that point, you're going to start having a real connection, authentic relationships that you can be authentically appreciated by others by sharing what you are authentically resonating. So this is what I am picking up from your group and energy that is folding in the near future. You've got Knight of Wands, which is really cool. So actually, I think a lot of you guys are going to start taking actions towards what you're really passionate about. So that's a really good thing. And for another advice, you've got surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So even though you may feel that you are a loner, you are isolated, you are just doing your own things, but you actually have a lot of supports available around you. So feel free to share it with your close friends or families, or it doesn't have to be actual people. It could be your spirit guides as well. So if you don't feel comfortable sharing it with other people, just share it with your spirit or journal and just express what you need and the type of support that you want to have and be more receptive. When other people approach you and offer you some sort of help, be open to receive it. You're going to be surprised. And the final card that summarizes your reading, you've got passion and pleasure. Savor your life. So this is beautiful. So just follow your passion. Follow what makes you excited. This Knight of Wands and passion, they go well with together. I feel that you have a burst of creative ideas within you that haven't been fully expressed yet. So allow yourself to manifest those ideas and let creativity flow through you. By doing so, you can have a lot of fun, and gradually, I feel that you will receive a lot of support and love. So instead of focusing on how unpopular your ideas may be or how your ideas may be received by others, just focus on what makes you tick and use your strength. You can overcome anything. You can do anything with this bear spirit animal. So I hope this is helpful. And if you enjoyed my reading and if you resonated with it, feel free to let me know. Comment below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and hit the little bell button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. So if you pick the third patch, which is flower, this is a message for you. So I feel that a lot of you are pretty busy at this moment, busy working, but what you may not be consciously aware of is that you are building a huge structure, system that is going to give you stability. Perhaps you might be so caught up with the micro activities. You could be very much caught up with details and small things and even like trivial work that you may consider. However, those are all part of foundational work and the potentials that you are having, but you may not be consciously aware of, is your imagination skills. So feel free to add more creative ideas onto what you're doing. It could be about your projects, your work, or relationships. I feel that when you add some sort of surprising elements or just tweaking things, just try a different approach. This may not necessarily mean changing the entire structures of doing things or dealing your relationships or etc. But by inviting some creative ideas, use your imagination. I think whatever you are trying to execute and build in the long run, this is going to be more self-serving. And the energy that is folding out, you've got Page of Cups. This is beautiful. This is a card of joy and having fun. Surrender your fear of change. I feel like reading out to you. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear of aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. So all is well. So I feel that this change refers to the creative ideas you may be considering at this moment, whether to incorporate or not. And actually, by doing that, by implementing those changes, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. This is a sheer joy. You're going to be able to enjoy the entire process of doing things or building your relationships, growing a group of people, or it could be about family situations, or building your own team, or building your ideas, growing your business, or doing your creative projects. For the card that summarizes your reading, Unknown Territory, you are exactly where you need to be. Beautiful. So what I am feeling from this group, I think a lot of you already have some sort of established routine, daily routines, and you've been working hard. You've been putting a lot of efforts, and now you want to implement some changes. And this is a totally new environment because you haven't been in this position yet, unknown territory, but there is no need to be afraid of this change. Just focus on what is right about your situation and how things can go right instead of focusing on what can go wrong. I think your imagination skill is going to play significant roles. It could be about working smart instead of just working hard. And this can be about coming up with creative solutions and creative ideas. And I feel that a lot of people will benefit from what you create. I think you are contributing to creating some sort of pleasant experience, like flowers. Like who else don't like to smell flower? It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, aesthetically attractive. And another thing that you may be overlooking at this moment is about your intention. I think a lot of you have a really good intention to create something. And when you're coming from this space, you want to serve others. Service-oriented intention. You can't go wrong because whatever you put out is eventually what you get back. So you're putting out a beautiful energy. You want to help others. A lot of people in this group are service-oriented. You could actually have service-oriented job, or you are just personally very interested in serving others in your own way, in any way you feel comfortable. Yeah, so I think you're gonna have a lot of fun doing it, and not only you, but other people will benefit from what you do. So don't be afraid of any change you're considering to execute. Because even though it may feel daunting at this moment, the result is going to be amazing. And this is going to add more stability to what you do or the relationship that you're currently belong to. So I hope this is helpful for you. And if you enjoyed my reading and resonated with it, feel free to leave a comment below. I would love to read your comment. And I hope you're having a great day. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.